Columbia University says it expelled some students who took part in last year's Hamilton Hall protest. They also revoked some graduate degrees. Jon Levine with me this morning. Now, this happened last spring.
Right.
What took the school so long to act?
Well, I think it has something to do with the $400 million in grants that were just revoked. And I think, you're finally seeing Columbia treat Jewish students in the same way that they would have treated Black or Asian or Latino or gay students if something similar were happening. You and I were here last year or 18 months ago, and we heard these chants, death to America, death to Jews. If that had been any other group, Columbia would have taken swift and immediate action. Right. And it was only with Jews that suddenly, we have to discuss the free speech implications. I remember 5 years ago, if you misused a pronoun at these universities, they'd have your head on a spike. But when it's death to America, death to Jews, all of a sudden it's, well, there are free speech implications. Give me a break. Justice is being served. Couldn't be happier.
Well said. I'm with you all the way on this. Right now, President Trump's meeting with Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York State. Listen to what Trump had to say about the meeting. Roll tape.
Well, we're working on one project. It should be very easy. It's a pipeline going through a small section of New York. New York's held it up for years, actually, for years. And that, in fact, the governor's coming in, governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, who's a very nice woman. She's coming in tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock to meet me on that and other things. Not only that, but other things. So I hope we don't have to use the extraordinary powers of the federal government to get it done. But if we have to, we will.
Yeah, he will. They're going to talk about congestion pricing in New York City. They're going to talk about this pipeline. I imagine that Governor Hochul's a little nervous.
Well, I'm going to use a topical expression. Trump doesn't have the cards right now. And I think that there's a reason the governor of New York is going into the Oval Office. It's because she definitely has leverage over this pipeline. And if she wanted to, she could gum up the works for years with lawsuits. And remember, this is a supermajority Democratic state. So I think they will talk about the pipeline. And I think she has an obligation to go and press congestion pricing, which is a major issue for her, which is the tax on people who come into the city by car, which Trump famously killed a few weeks ago, and that's been tied up in the courts. And I think the weather is ripe for a deal on those two issues.
I just can't see that pipeline not being built. I just can't see that.
Well, obviously, as Trump said, the extraordinary powers of the federal government can push it through, but
yes.
Whether we can do this, is this a 1-year situation or a 5 or 10-year situation? I think a lot of that depends on Governor Hochul's cooperation.
Okay, Jon Levine, thanks for joining us this morning. Always
Thank you.
Good stuff. Thank you.